Siguiente SCP es de clase Euclid. Se recomienda discreción. ¿Alguien ha bajado por una escalera? Pues yo sí, pero no tanto porque existen los ascensores. Hay veces que las escaleras pueden ser aterradoras, pero no tanto como el SCP a continuación. SCP-087. La escalera infinita. Clasificación del objeto Euclid. SCP-087 se encuentra en el campus de Censurado. La puerta que conduce a SCP-087 está construida de acero reforzado y posee un mecanismo de cierre eléctrico. Se ha barnizado para que parezca un armario de limpieza, siguiendo el estilo del edificio. El mecanismo de bloqueo en el pomo de la puerta no se desactivará a menos que se aplique una diferencia de potencial de redactados voltios en conjunción con la rotación antihoraria de la llave. El interior de la puerta está alineado con 6 centímetros de relleno de espuma industrial. Debido a los resultados de la última exploración, veas el documento 087-IB. Ningún miembro del personal tiene permitido el acceso a 087. Descripción: SCP-087 es una escalera de tramos con rellano sin iluminar. Cada tramo de escaleras desciende en un ángulo de 38 grados y tiene escalones antes de alcanzar un rellano semicircular de aproximadamente 3 metros de diámetro. El tramo de descenso sucesivo está situado a 180 grados en la plataforma de cada piso. El diseño de 087 limita al sujeto a un rango visual de aproximadamente 1,5 plataforma de cada piso. El diseño de 087 limita al sujeto a un esto ya lo leí. Una fuente de luz es requerida para cualquier persona que explore el 087, pues dentro no hay aparatos lumínicos o ventanas. Las fuentes de luz de potencia mayor a 75 watts han demostrado ser ineficaces, pues parece que el 087 absorbe la luz en exceso. El informe de los sujetos y las grabaciones de audio confirman que las vocalizaciones de angustia en lo que se presume un niño de entre redactado y redactado años. Se estima que la fuente de las llamadas de socorro se encuentra a unos 200 metros por debajo de la plataforma inicial. Sin embargo, los intentos de descender por la escalera no han conseguido acercar a los sujetos a la fuente. La profundidad de descenso calculada a partir de la exploración IB o 4, la más larga, se muestra que es mucho más allá de la posible estructura del edificio y del entorno geológico. En este momento se desconoce si 087 tiene fin. SCP-087 ha sido objeto de 4 exploraciones documentadas en vídeo por personal de clase D. Cada sujeto en su respectiva exploración se ha encontrado con el -1, el cual parece ser un rostro sin pupilas, fosas nasales o boca visibles. La naturaleza del -1 no está clara, pero se ha determinado que no es la fuente del llanto. Los sujetos muestran sensaciones de intenso miedo y paranoia cuando se encuentran con el -1, pero no se ha determinado si estas sensaciones son anormales o simplemente una reacción natural. Anexo: tras un periodo de 2 semanas siguiendo al equipo de exploración IB, varios miembros del personal y estudiantes del campus redactado informaron sobre golpes con una frecuencia variable de un golpe cada 1 o 2 segundos, provenientes del interior de 087. La puerta que da acceso al 087 ha sido recubierta con relleno industrial de 6 centímetros de espesor. Todos los informes de golpes han cesado. El personal autorizado puede referirse a los documentos 087-1 a 087-IB para las transcripciones de las exploraciones 1 a la 4. A continuación, una imagen del SCP-087-1 cuando fue encontrado. A continuación, la exploración del documento 087-1.
Item SCP-087. Object Class Euclid. SCP-087 is an unlit platform staircase. Stairs descend in a 38-degree angle for 13 steps before reaching a semicircular platform of approximately 3 meters in diameter. Descent direction rotates 180 degrees at each platform. The design of SCP-087 limits subjects to a visual range of approximately 1.5 flights. A light source is required for any subjects exploring SCP-087, as there are no lighting fixtures or windows present. Lighting sources brighter than 75 watts have shown to be ineffective, as SCP-087 seems to absorb excess light. Subject reports and audio recordings confirm the sound of a crying, pleading child, estimated to be located approximately 200 meters below the initial platform. However, any attempts to descend the staircase have failed to bring subjects closer to the source. The depth of descent calculated from Exploration 4, the longest exploration, is shown to be far beyond both the possible structure of both the building and geological surroundings. At this time, it is unknown if SCP-087 has an endpoint. D8432 is a 43-year-old Caucasian male of average build and appearance and unremarkable psychological background. Class D designation as a result of demotion due to mishandling SCP. D8432 is equipped with a 75-watt flood lamp with battery power capable of lasting 24 hours, a handheld camcorder fitted with a transmission stream, and an audio headset for communication with Dr. at control. D8432 steps through doorway onto initial platform. Despite the wattage, the flood lamp only illuminates the first 9 steps. The second platform is not visible. Functioning properly.
Yeah, it's working. It just won't let these stairs all the way down.
Thank you. Please continue. Reason for stopping?
Hear that? There's a fucking kid down here. Sounds like one.
Could you please describe the sound?
It's young, either female or a very young boy. It's crying and sobbing and saying, "Please, help, please." Yeah, just keeps repeating that and crying.
Can you estimate its distance from your current location?
Oh fuck, I don't know. Maybe 200 meters down.
Please continue down the next flight. The subject descends another 13 steps. As he reaches the landing, audio of the child, as described, is picked up. The child alternates between sobbing, wailing, and the words, "Please, help," and "down here." The level of audio is consistent with D8432's report of it being approximately 200 meters below. Can you still hear the crying? We're picking it up as well. Please continue down. Stop if you notice any changes in the audio or environment. The subject descends another 3 flights of stairs before stopping.
Keep going.
Please. D8432 continues another 17 flights, a total of 22 flights before stopping. There are no visual changes in the environment, and each flight has been a consistent 13 steps.
I'm not getting any fucking closer to the kid.
Stereo audio confirms that the crying noise has not increased in volume and remains approximately 200 meters below the subject. Noted. Please continue. The subject continues another 28 flights before stopping. 50 flights total. D-8432 is standing on the 51st landing, counting the initial ground level landing. D-8432 is estimated to be 200 meters below the initial platform. 34 minutes have elapsed. The volume of crying has not increased.
I'm feeling a little uneasy.
You spent a long time in a dark, unknown stairwell. It's natural. Please continue. The subject hesitates before stepping down on the next stair. As the subject moves forward, the flood lamp illuminates a face located approximately at the bottom of the flight, SCP-087-1. It appears to be the same size and shape as a human head, except it is lacking a mouth, nostrils, and pupils. The face is completely motionless, but is making direct eye contact, indicating its awareness of D-8432.
Fuck? What the fuck is that? Holy shit. What the fuck?
Can you please describe what you see?
It's some sort of fucking person face thing. It's fucking looking right at me. Fuck? It's fucking looking right at me.
Is it moving?
No. It's just staring at me. It's fucking creepy.
Please approach and further illuminate the entity.
Fuck. Man, I don't want to fucking do shit.
D-8432 enters a panic state and rapidly ascends SCP-087. D-8432 reaches the ground floor in 18 minutes, at which time he collapses and passes out. There is no sign of SCP-087-1. Review of the footage indicates an equal number of flights and steps ascending as descending. Audio of the crying and pleading remains at the same volume until the last flight, at which point it ceases. Medical reports indicate collapse was a result of the rapid ascension of the stairs, causing fatigue.
A continuación, la exploración del 087-2.
After the first initial test with D-8432, it was apparent that more testing would be needed to fully understand the purpose and intentions of SCP-087. D-9035 is a 28-year-old African-American male of strong build. Psychological background indicates no abnormalities except an extreme hatred for women. Subject has an extensive record of... D-9035 is equipped with a 100-watt flood lamp with battery power capable of lasting 24 hours, a handheld camcorder fitted with a transmission stream, and an audio headset for communication with Dr. at control.
You want me to go down there, Doc?
Please shine your flood lamp towards the door to verify it is functioning properly. Thank you. Please continue to the first landing.
Hey, Doc. I know what you said and all, but I don't think I really want to go down there.
Please continue to the first landing.
Look, Doc,
As per our earlier conversation, please continue to the first landing. D-9035 pauses for 18 seconds.
Is that a kid? Doc, did you hear that? Is that a kid down here?
That is unconfirmed. Please continue to descend. If you notice anything unusual, please report it. D-9035 descends the next flight of stairs. As he sets foot on the landing, the audio picks up sounds of pleading and crying, consistent with those of the first exploration. Can you still hear the previously reported audio?
Yeah. Sounds about 150, maybe 200 meters down. Am I supposed to go get her? Look, Doc, I don't do too well with kids.
Please continue down until you notice anything unusual. The subject continues to the next landing. D-9035 continues in this manner for the next 25 flights before stopping. first landing, the lowest landing reached in Exploration 1, the subject stops.
You see that?
Yes. Can you please describe what you see?
Looks like something slashed the wall. Slash looks real smooth. Yeah, it's smooth. Feels like glass.
Thank you. Please continue down.
Look, Doc, I think I've gone far enough.
Please continue, as per our agreement.
I don't want to be doing this, agreement or not.
Listen here, don't make me move. Now, please continue, as per our agreement. Nothing is notable at the next landing. D9035 continues in the same fashion for another 38 flights. The sound of the crying and bleeding still has not gotten closer. D9035 is on the 89th landing and 74 minutes have elapsed from the beginning of the exploration. Subject is estimated to be 350 meters below the initial platform.
I feel like this kid's just trying to lower me down here, Doc. I think it's time for me to...
D9035 stops talking and moving as the flood lamp illuminates SCP-087-1. The face is staring directly at D9035, again indicating awareness of the subject's presence. Although SCP-087-1 appears to be unmoving, its location is 38 flights below the initial encounter in Exploration 1, indicating it is mobile. Is there a reason you stopped? Please relax and calm down. Turn around. We need a closer look at the face.
I can hear it coming behind me.
D9035, can you hear me? Please, slow down.
Doc, please, help me. Get me out of here now, Doc. Get me out of here now.
D9035 is unresponsive and continues rapidly climbing the stairs. His screaming diminishes to babbling. After ascending 72 flights, D9035 collapses on the 17th landing. D9035, can you hear me? For the next 14 minutes, D9035 is immobile. The visual feed is black, and audio picks up only the subject's breathing and the continuous pleading coming from below. After 14 minutes and 32 seconds of unchanging visual and audio feeds, the sound of a rapid heartbeat not consistent with a human heartbeat and a low cracking noise is heard. D9035 continues his ascent of the stairs rapidly and wordlessly. The heartbeat and cracking cease, and nothing abnormal is detected on the visual feed. He remains unresponsive. D9035 exits SCP-087 and sits on the floor outside of the entrance. D9035 then enters a catatonic state, from which he has not yet recovered.
A continuación, la exploración del 087-3.
Following the second exploration of SCP-087, the SCP Foundation felt it was necessary to prepare another D-Class personnel to attempt to reach the bottom, and to find out whether or not SCP-087-1 is indeed hostile. D9884 is a 23-year-old female of average build and appearance. Psychological background indicates a history of depression. Subject has a minimal record of using excessive force to D9884 is equipped with a 75-watt flood lamp with battery power capable of lasting 24 hours, a handheld camcorder fitted with a transmission stream, and an audio headset for communication with Dr. at control. D9884 is also equipped with a backpack containing 3.75 liters of water, 15 nutrient bars, and 1 thermal blanket. Please descend the first flight. D9884 descends 13 steps and stops at the landing.
There's a child crying down there. She's begging for help and crying.
Thank you. Please continue down the steps until you notice anything unusual. D9884 descends. Upon reaching the next landing, audio of the crying child consistent with the prior 2 explorations is picked up.
The ground here smells really bad. It's all sticky and stuck on my shoe. It's so gross.
Can you describe the scent?
It kinda smells like old musty metal and pig.
Thank you. Please continue down until you notice anything else. D9884 continues to the 51st landing. The lowest landing reached in Exploration 1 without any incidents. The 51st landing remains unchanged from the previous expedition, and similar observations are made. D9884 is asked again to descend until anything unusual is noticed. Subject continues her descent until she arrives at the 89th landing, the lowest landing reached in Exploration 2.
There's a hole in the ground and I almost fell in it. There was a light down there. It's gone now, but it was on for like a second. Did you see it?
Yes. Can you estimate the depth of this hole?
No way. It's too deep. At least a kilometer. Like, way more than a kilometer.
Thank you. Can you still hear the sounds of the child?
It still sounds far away. I don't feel like I'm getting any closer. It's like for every step I take, she takes one down.
Please continue down until you notice anything unusual. D9884 continues to descend SCP-087 for approximately an hour, covering an additional 164 flights. She stops to rest on the 253rd landing. Laying the camcorder on the ground, she consumes 1 nutrient bar and several gulps of water. D9884 is at an estimated 1.1 kilometers below the initial landing, yet the sound of the child has not changed in volume. After pausing for 4 minutes, D9884 resumes her descent, making no stops for another 216 flights 1.5 hours later. D9884 is on the 469th landing, an approximate 1.8 kilometers below the ground level.
I'm not getting anywhere. I think it's time I went back. I mean, going down is one thing, but this is a long climb back.
You have been provided with food, water, and blankets to last you 24 hours. Please continue down.
No, I think I'm gonna go back up.
D9884. It is important to note that since the sighting of SCP-087-1, the sound of the child crying and pleading began to increase in volume, indicating D9884 was nearing the source. Reviewing the footage shows us that even though D9884 was in strong proximity to the source of the crying, the ground floor of SCP-087 was still not reached. Following this exploration, one more exploration was carried out. However, due to the content of what was captured on Exploration 4, non-SCP personnel are prohibited from seeing it. The entrance to SCP-087 was then quickly fitted with a 6-centimeter thick industrial padding after reports of knocking coming from the inside. Due to the results of the final exploration, no personnel are permitted to access SCP-087 ever again.
A continuación, datos borrados. Y ahora una opinión personal de yo, el novatito, crack. Parece que SCP-087 es una escalera literalmente que no tiene fin y pues puede literalmente matar a cualquiera que baje lo suficiente. Este SCP es uno de los más conocidos, pero no para bien, sino porque es el más aterrador de todos. ¿Quién sabe qué pasó en la exploración 4? Para que la fundación borrara el archivo y no se le permitiera a nadie el acceso. ¿Quién sabe qué pasó? Bueno, hasta mañana, que voy a subir otros 3 videos de SCP. Por el momento nadie ha comentado, entonces por favor, ¿qué están esperando? Comenten el SCP que quieren para el próximo video y nos vemos. Yo soy el novatito crack y adiós.